What is up, everybody? This is Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. It's been a while since I've been on here. Haven't really checked messages or anything like that, but I have a little bit of time to chill, so I'm going to get to that sometime today or tomorrow. I picked up a load when I dropped off out in Florida. Picked up a Tropicana load, 2 drops on it. The initial plan from the dispatcher was for me to pick up the load, do the first drop in Joplin, Missouri, then just take it to the Springfield terminal, drop the load there so I could handle my business as far as getting this truck ready to get the other driver in it and get my other truck. But I was like, you know what? I'm coming in a little early. Let me just run out this whole load. So the second drop on this load is in Wichita, which is where I'm sitting at now. Now, last night, had a little bit of time to relax. That Casey's in Joplin, that is one of the best places to deliver to ever. Side note, if you happen to be dropping off there, the distribution center is not as the directions say. You're going to go the opposite direction of, I don't know what direction it is out there. You're going to turn left into the distribution center as opposed to right behind Kenworth. But excellent place. It's near that Flying J in Joplin. I did not stay at the Flying J in Joplin because the more I get out here on these streets, the more I appreciate these smaller truck stops. I mean, if you see me at a Flying J or Love's or something like that, it's because there probably wasn't another option. So last night I stayed at the Quick Trip out there. Had a nice time there. Right now I'm at the Flying Eagle truck stop in Wichita, Kansas. Looking at the reviews, it said it was some tight parking, and they are not lying about that. I wanted to stay at a Quick Trip or QT or something, but I missed the exit. And for me to get back there, I was going to have to hit them tolls going back the other direction. So I was like, let me just go to this other place I already had programmed into my GPS. So that's what I'm doing now. Deliver at 07 in the morning at Pepsi, and the Google reviews on that is that it is horrible for a number of different reasons, but people sitting there for hours and hours and hours. Now, one of the things that could work out in my favor is I'm trying to get back to Springfield by the end of business tomorrow. So my fleet manager said, we'll be able to get you another load, all that kind of stuff. I'm kind of skeptical that I'd be able to pick up a load and get it there by the end of business. But if they take a long enough time at this Pepsi tomorrow, detention starts after 2 hours and they pay it every quarter of an hour. I'll just rack up all the detention there, don't pick up a load, just deadhead back to Springfield and accomplish the same thing, because I probably wouldn't make too much just picking up a load out here and dropping it at the yard anyway. So those are a couple options. I will have some time at the terminal to be hanging out, so I still haven't forgot that buying a house thing. I am going to get to that, but sometimes there's some pressure on some of those videos, so I will be getting to that. Somebody else had asked about, well, 2 things. Talking about what are parking places in the cut, so I'll kind of get into that in a little bit more detail. And another one was asking about how I fuel and how to become top 10 on your dispatcher's fleet. Now, I'm going to just touch on this real quick. There's a difference between having a low net fuel cost and actually being highly profitable. Because I have talked to people that are always in the top 10 of their dispatcher's fleet, and they aren't the most profitable in that fleet. So we'll kind of touch on a few of those different things as well. But that's about it. Looking forward to revealing my driver. I'm also looking forward to I've only been out here about 2 weeks now, if that. Yes, about 2 weeks, I think. Looking forward to some of that good old relaxation. I'm also thanking myself for turning down that damn load they were trying to give me out to Red Bluff, California. Boy, they are taking a beating out there. One of the people that I talked to on the phone, Samson the 4.5, the former prime driver that's 4'5" tall, he was out there messing around them in them western mountains. And I was like, bro, you better get out of there. And he got out of there the day before they started talking about feet in the Portland area. Still got held up a little bit on Cabbage and got held up on I-80. I'm just telling you, I want no part of that, okay? Anyway, that's about it. I'm gonna come back here, relax, take a look at some of these comments, get caught up on those, and just relax. What time is it now? We're like noon. So like I said, I deliver at 07 tomorrow, so that's some good relaxation. I'm gonna flip this camera around so you can see how tight some of these spots are. Now what you're gonna be looking at here, and it's tight behind me too, but I can't obviously turn the camera around like that, but there's spots in front of the fuel island. The only reason those spots are getting taken is that these spots behind me are already taken. I happen to be able to slide in here and get one of the last ones before I was gonna have to park over there. Now, those trucks that are parked right, like you see the white truck, and then there's like a gray Volvo next to it. I don't know how they're, I mean, I'm sure they can get out of there, but that's a pretty tight turn to get out of that. Maybe this truck driving in front of it will give you a little bit of perspective on how tight it actually is. Well, he's actually going into the fuel island. But that is a tight turn out of it. When I'd circled around, I thought I was going to be parking over there. But as I circled the lot, I could see that the guy that's in this spot was pulling out. So I came back around and just did a pull through on this. But we're like noon and this place is full. You know, except for those couple spots over there that people are leaving, you know, for obvious reasons. I'm sure somebody will take them if they got to, but anyway, I'm just rambling on. What else do I gotta talk about right quick? It's been a while since I've been on here. Not sure if I mentioned there's a place in McDonough, Georgia. Man, I forget the name of it now. Anyway, why even bring it up now? I can't even remember the name of it. I've had two of the best receivers ever within the last week, so that's been really good. I was thinking that somebody's going to try to park over there. I was going to see if I could just film it so you guys could see how tight that was, but I think he's going to I think he's just posting up in the fuel island, running to get something to eat. Maybe he's going to circle around, see if he has some better options. I'm going to just ramble a little bit longer to see if this guy's actually going to pull around and see if there's any parking back behind me. But that is about it. You know, one of the irritating things, I do plan on getting all new tires for this truck, even though it's not quite necessary. But I ran over this like super small nail, and I'm losing about 8 psi a night, something like that. So in the morning, you know, it's kind of a pain in the ass to get out there with my air hose. Some of these, you know, luckily where I was at this morning had an air hose, but getting out there in the morning and hooking up your glad hand to all that thing, that's just a little bit irritating. So I will be happy to get some new tires on this bad boy. So that's about it. Looking forward to getting to the terminal, getting a shower. It has been some time since I've had a decent shower. I passed on one. You know, there's always those days, and I know I'm rambling now, but there's always those days when you're like, man, I just got a shower yesterday. Let me just I'll be able to get one. So you pass on that. Then you get on one of them stretches where you just, there's just where you're parking, you're just not in that situation. I've been in that for like the last few days, so it'll probably end up being, or my next chance will probably be when I get to the terminal. So you probably don't want to run up on me when I get out there, because I will most likely be as ripe as a 14-day avocado. So anyway, enough about that. I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.